Hey everybody,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
I wanted to start off this show with something important and something that we need your help on, if you can help, of course. So first of all, let me just grab it. So this right here is a drum head that's autographed by.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, you can't really see it that great, but
I'll hold it.
now you can see it. It's autographed by the he used to be the drummer of Florida Georgia Line, and now he's Florida Georgia Line broke up, and now he's the drummer of for Tyler Hubbard, who is half of Florida Georgia Line, has a solo career in country music now. Anyway, that's besides the point. I got this
We went to a concert.
at a Florida Georgia Line concert. At the end, he took this off of his drum. It's probably like a floor tom, and signed it and threw it out into the crowd.
Into the pit.
Yeah, we're in the pit. And this was probably,
Was it Rebecca?
I'm just thinking about how long ago it was.
Oh.
I think it was like,
A long time ago.
I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. But anyway, so he signed it, put his like socials on there, wrote FGL, and then put God bless, dream big. And I always kept that, hung it up on the wall it was on the wall of our eBay room for the longest time.
Until
Sure.
the baby came and we had to take down everything off the wall. to be
Right.
honest.
I'm sure a lot of you guys saw it in our videos and stuff, but I'm going to hang it back up in this room, in this podcast room eventually once we get it totally set up. But anyway, personally for me, he was a big inspiration for me because, I mean, I'm a drummer myself. I was a huge fan of the band he played the drums for.
You're a huge fan of the person he plays the drums for.
Currently, yes.
Out of the two, that would be Ryan's man crush.
But yeah, in that with like the dream big thing, like I always had that up on my wall, and I was always looking at it like all the time on all our eBay and YouTube adventures. And when I'm sitting there editing video, it was always right there, dream big. So huge inspiration to me personally. All that is beside the fact. He recently posted on Instagram that he's taken a step back from touring because he's on tour right now with Tyler Hubbard, because his daughter has leukemia, and she's 4 years old. I believe her name is Kara. But they're going through a tough time right now, and he posted a link, a GoFundMe, and he also posted another link that gives other resources for like meal train and stuff like that. I'm going to link both of those down below in the description below. If you have any means of being able to help, please feel free to donate or do whatever you can.
Even prayer.
To help this family. Yeah. And I can't imagine we're parents ourselves.
Doesn't it hit different when you're a parent?
Yeah.
It hits way different and you don't realize it until you're like,
Yeah.
it's very different.
I was nervous that like talking about this because I was like, I'm going to cry. But
Boy, you got that twinkle in your eye. I see it up there. Guys, zoom in on Ryan's face right now. Tell me he's not going to cry.
all right, stop.
Oh, there he
stop.
goes. There he goes.
But yeah,
And we got tears in the forecast.
if you guys can do anything to help him, that'd be cool. I'd really appreciate it. So
You want to take a quick minute?
anyway, let's get on with the podcast.
He's done this before. Usually, actually, like when our child was born, I'm pretty sure he did. And then
Anyways,
you try to take him away.
That's
and
enough of that. But yeah,
show his-
if you guys could help, that'd mean the world to us. And I'm sure it would mean a lot, obviously,
It would
to
mean
them.
the world to them, yeah.
I don't even think he knows who I am. I messaged him on shortly after I caught this, actually, at the concert.
I don't remember it going that way.
I messaged what?
I don't remember.
Well,
you
I didn't
catching
catch it. Yeah, one of our
Let's give
friends did.
props. So
Yeah.
we went to. we went to the concert. We were in the pit. I never want to be in a pit in a concert ever again. But just mutual like friends, Rebecca and who else was Bree? Was it Bree was there? They just so happened to be in the pit too. And like we saw Sean throw the drum head and we're like, oh, I mean, they were throwing stuff. You guys have all been to concerts. So there's that funny guy who's like, free bleep, free bleep. And so he was throwing a couple of the drum heads out. And then all of a sudden, like Ryan's like, oh, that would be so cool. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Rebecca just comes up with this drum head. And then she's like, here you go.
Here you go, Ryan.
Like,
gave it to me.
Just, here you go. Means more to you than me. And then she just turns around and goes, do, 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 do. She was so cute. I love her. Shout out to Rebecca if you're listening. Anyway.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just,
but like, shortly after I got that drum head, I didn't catch it. Yeah, you're right.
Just giving credit to the girl who...
I think I messaged him on Instagram or something, and he did reply with like a heart or a thank you or something, but I just told him basically what I just said.
Yep.
This was years ago.
That was the scariest concert I've ever been to.
Yeah, we were in the pit. So this is like when FGL, Florida Georgia Line, was like #1 for everything. Huge, like just basically like the Morgan. So like right now, Morgan Wallen's like the top of country music. It was when they were at the top.
It was before. Who's the guy? Sugar Mama. He's sing. His voice doesn't match his face. Go. What am I thinking?
Kane Brown.
Yes. How does he do it? So it was like Kane Brown wasn't big yet, and remember he was an opener. Yep. And then there's the guy who does the. Was it Redneck Crazy? I don't know.
Tyler
One of those
Farr.
songs. Did he open up one time and he was like
he
the
did.
first opener? And I'm like, I love this song.
Yep.
And I was like, we can leave now. And you're like, no, we're going to watch Florida Georgia Line. But anyway, we were at that concert and even like inside the pit was crazy. Like even moms, like grown moms were like pushing each other and shoving each other. There were two girls that like got in a fight throwing beer on each other, and then some guy punched one of the girls in the face, and then like 15. I told Ryan,
it was pretty wild.
I turned to you and I said, I don't care what happens, put me up on that stage if this fight comes up here, because we were like right up at the stage. I couldn't really see past the stage anyway. I'm not that tall. And Ryan's like, and I was like, security will get me, but at least I'll be safe. Like I'm not a fighter. I am a turtler. So I will.
A turtler?
I don't know. I'll go in my shell. Just
yeah, it was wild. So yeah, we were in the pit at the height of FGL when they were just huge. Like if FGL had a concert now, I don't know how many people would go. Maybe not many. Maybe a lot.
I don't know. I feel like they would, just because when are they gonna get to go again?
Right. True.
But after that craziness, you think, oh, I'm just gonna go to my car and everything's gonna be fine. No, there's fights everywhere. There was literally a man who picked up another man. I'm saying man because they're grown, and he like rushed through the crowd with this guy that he picked up, slammed him into some woman's car. The woman comes out, the car is dented, and they're
this is in the parking lot after the show.
Parking lot. And then this woman who must have worked there, she had two like security guard people with her, and she's just like so casual, like, all right, guys, break it up. The police are coming, so you got to go. Like, and then she's like, I just want to be here when they get here. And she's just like walking around, like saying this to people. And then the guys just like mellow out and then just like go separately on either side of the car. And this kid had, I remember his face was like, I mean, his eye was swollen shut and like sticking. I'm like, and I'm like, Ryan, lock the door. And Ryan's just holding the drum thing. And he's like, take my picture. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like Armageddon out here. And you're like, take my picture with the drum head.
Yeah, they're not going to.
But you couldn't go anywhere because there were so many cars.
Yeah, it was crazy. We always have to rescue the dog at some point in these shows. It's like every show.
Because she loves me.
Drives me crazy.
I know she does.
So anyway, yeah, that was long-winded. But again, if you can donate anything or do anything to help them, feel free. We would appreciate it. At least I know I would. I'm sure you would too, of course.
I'm just waiting for the tears.
No, I'm good. I'm done.
Oh.
I'm good.
Next time, guys. Next time.
It's funny. This
you guys can't tell.
Is looking this studio.
You guys
if
can't
I can
tell,
call it that.
But last time I think I mentioned it, but we're gonna
I don't know
do
when
some
this.
order
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Just because of current events, but that we will get to. We were talking about moving things around in here, and we got phase 1 out of the way where we actually like cleaned out a lot of it. Literally, like right from there, Ryan's like, "Oh, are we doing this now?" And I'm already on the floor, like getting things
Yeah.
like,
When you see that
"Let's
podcast,
just do it."
that podcast will come out probably after this one. But like when you see us talking about like cleaning up this room, literally when we hit stop on the camera,
I was like
we
on
were
the
like,
ground,
"All
ready
right,
to go.
time to-"
Ryan's like, "We're gonna do this now," and I'm like, "Yes, we are."
This room now looks fantastic.
It looks so much
Looks
bigger
great.
too.
Yeah.
So now I can actually envision where we're actually gonna move things around.
Yep.
But all right, what else you got on your phone of ideas?
My Cowboys.
I mean, I would have got the cheese hat
That
by
gulp.
now.
That gulp.
It was perfect.
Uh,
I wonder what
so-
that registered on the little audio scale over there.
I'll
I'm a
boost
good
the audio
gulper.
on that gulp.
I'm a good gulper.
So
The baby is now in training because he will drink his milk and he'll go. And he tries to make his like gulps really loud.
for those of you who don't know, I am a Cowboys fan and Pam is a Green Bay Packers fan.
Why?
this
Because I like to win and he likes to be disappointed every season.
And this past weekend, for the first round of the playoffs, our two
wild
favorite
card.
teams happened to play each other.
What? Tell me more, Ryan.
I don't have to.
No, please. Because I would love to tell about the story about the dead crow in the front yard.
So the Cowboys had home field advantage, obviously, because they are the 2nd seed, and Green Bay barely made it into the playoffs at the 7th seed.
But wait, there's more because the Cowboys haven't lost at home all season.
16 straight games of winning at home until it actually counts.
You know why?
Gee, there's a shock.
Because you just need a mustard seed of faith.
No, this is what we need.
Mustard
We need
seed.
to get rid of.
Don't you pick at my McCarthy.
I'm not.
Do
I was
not.
not going to. I was going
You
to say
did. Boy, I heard those words come out of your mouth.
we need to get rid of Dak Prescott, the choker in chief.
Did you say choker in chief?
Yes. That man
That took me to like.
That man is
weird place.
fantastic at padding his stats all season long. He had a career year. This is the year. This is our year. This is our year. We dem boys.
You look just like
And then
him.
once again, for the 3rd straight year, choked in the playoffs. Very hard. And everybody's gonna say, no, well, the Dallas defense had a lot to do with it. Yes, that is correct. They did. Dallas defense played horribly. However,
Everybody shits on cheese.
However, Dak was talking all this big game all season long about, I'm not going to throw 10 picks this year, which he didn't. He threw 9. Until it actually counted in the playoffs, he threw 2 back-to-back picks in the first half, which both resulted in Green Bay getting a touchdown. So I don't want to hear it. He choked. So did the defense. But if he hadn't choked, it would have been a much closer game because it was closer at the end. I think they were down by 2 scores. So if he had not thrown those picks, we're talking about a game that's close. Not great, obviously, because the defense did not do well. But, I mean, whatever. I'm used to it. It happens
Does it
every
seem
year.
like he
It
is?
happens every year. The Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl since, well,
Before you were born?
no, they won one like when I was a month or 3 months old, whatever. They haven't won one since then. Anyways, so go Pack, go! I guess.
I'm just
Jordan
saying.
Love, the Packers looked fantastic. I will give it to you. Jordan Love looked amazing. He looked a lot like Rodgers, which makes sense. He sat behind Rodgers for years.
I think he looked terrible. He needs to cut his hair.
What are you talking? Well, okay. His physical appearance. I was talking about his play, his football play.
Oh.
I thought Jordan Love looked
Well,
really good.
You
Awesome.
said that, and I also think that Aaron Rodgers needs to cut his hair. I don't know what these boys are with their hair going crazy. I
Yeah.
know I have a man that the hair goes crazy too. I tell him to cut his hair.
Yeah.
You don't listen.
Anyway,
At least you got the weight.
but congratulations on your playoff win. I hope you beat San Fran. I
I
really
don't
do.
think I will.
I mean, who knows?
I don't think I will.
If Jordan Love and the Packers played the way they played the other night. They're gonna be tough to beat. They looked great. They really did.
I don't think I'm gonna be in the Super Bowl, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I don't like, for example, I don't get upset and throw a brand new hat outside in the middle of the game and try to act all casual about it and freak out my wife thinking that there's a dead bird outside.
Yeah, so I bought a
cowboy hat because I have a cheese hat
to wear during the game,
and I wear the cheese hat the whole entire game. I do have a coat, thank you, Leonard and Candace.
Yes.
So I did not wear the coat the whole game because I switched into my bathrobe for extra warmth and longer warmth. But
that coat you have is pretty cool, though. It like flexes all the Super Bowl wins.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's on the Instagram you put something on there.
Yeah, it's on our Instagram.
So yes, and the picture, I was actually looking out at the snow because we had a snow squall or something that day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are like, "What the frig is she looking at?" Somebody said something about a cheese delivery or something. I'm like,
yeah, she looking for the cheese man.
listen,
it's on our Instagram at
everybody
thriftmine if you're
chokes
interested
on
in
the
seeing
cheese
it.
sometimes.
It's on our
And it
Facebook
just
page,
so
too.
happened it was your turn.
But yeah, no, I mean, I guess if we had to lose to somebody, I'm glad it was you, because now at least I can root for the team that.
You're
What?
not- now my stomach's going, you're not glad it's me? Because now I got bragging rights. You'd rather it be somebody else, like the Eagles.
How about them Eagles, huh?
Can we just
fly,
stop?
Eagles,
Wait.
fly, fly,
that make you
Eagles.
happy?
Oh, it makes me ecstatic.
Okay, stop.
I cannot stand the
No,
Eagles. My
how
hate for the
long? How long have we been on here? 17 minutes.
Yeah.
So in 17 minutes, everybody, you have seen 3 major emotions from my husband: sad, literally to tears; mad, as in could throw and punch things; and then now he is flying like a birdie.
Fly, Eagles, fly, right?
You're just
Go Eagles.
Eagles. Oh,
I can't stand the Eagles.
I would have
I
thought
think
it
their
was
coach
like
is an
seagulls
absolute
when you say
clown.
Eagles.
Sirianni is a clown. He's immature. He's
Says the
I
man that
don't even
threw
know
a
what
hat
he does, to
outside
be
because
honest.
the
He's just
hat-
kind of there. Their quarterback's mid at best.
I also want to mention how our baby, we ask him what color team is going to win, and he's called it.
He guesses every time.
And
he said
he'll-
the Packers would win.
Yeah.
We're like, okay,
He's like,
buddy.
green team, green team.
He was right.
And then who did we watch? Oh, Eagles and San Fran, and we asked him which one, and he goes, red team,
Yep.
live on. And he like shrugged his
Oh,
shoulders.
not
like,
San Fran, Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa, sorry. But we asked him if it's the green or the red team was going to win, and he goes, live on.
He was right.
And he was Ryan threw the hat outside because the baby kept telling him to take off his hat. He goes,
Yeah,
"Daddy, no."
So I threw
The baby was embarrassed.
I threw my cowboy hat out in the front yard, and then I didn't tell Pam or anything. The next day, she thought it was a dead bird.
I looked outside because we have like
Which it
double
might as well
windows,
have been.
and I just see this black thing in the middle of our front yard, and the baby's like, "What's that?" I'm like, And we have these crows that will hang around, so I'm like, "Oh, it's a bird. It's sleeping." And then I go downstairs and I look out the front door, like we have the little. So I go up and I look, and then I'm like, "That's your dad's hat." And then later on, when we were outside playing. Baby wanted to bring the hat in, and I said, no, we have to leave the hat. So I left the hat like in his parking spot so he could run it over, because I figured if he's mad enough, he's going to throw it out in the middle of the night.
I didn't see it until I got out of my vehicle, and I was like, oh, the hat's right there.
And what did you do?
I was like, I don't know.
You left it there.
I just left it there.
Yeah, so we left it there. So then today, was it today? Yeah, today his mom comes to watch the baby, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I almost ran over a hat out there." And I was like, "Oh, that's Ryan's hat."
You should
She's
have
like,
ran it over.
"Oh, I'm so glad I didn't hit it." I was like, actually, he probably would have been happy if you did. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, we should also fire McCarthy.
And now he's being like sassy and cheeky. Do you see this? It's like New England weather over here on that side of the screen.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just
McCarthy.
another year. You know,
love
it
him.
all year long. It's the Cowboys are this great team. They're amazing, and then the playoffs come and they choke. It's every season. I shouldn't expect anything different.
I
Every
know.
single year.
I don't know why why you were expecting anything different, because
I wasn't surprised by
that's
any
literally
means.
insanity, is having the same thing happen.
Thank
You're
you.
insane.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying you're insane because you
No,
watch the
for
same
the
thing
record,
and you're expecting
for
a
the
different
record, for the record, last season when Dak choked in the playoffs, I said Jerry Jones needs to can this dude right now. And what did he do? He said, "Oh no, we're sticking with Dak." I was like, "He's crazy." I was like, "This guy chokes again and again and again in the playoffs. He can't get it done. He has a great season, can't get it done in the playoffs when it counts. Every time it's a big stage, big lights, bright lights, he chokes every time. He has never proven otherwise that he can get it done when it counts. Why would you stick with him? It just doesn't make sense." I said it to you. I said it to my friends. After last season, we need to move on from Dak Prescott. And I've stuck by that. He had a great season this year. So, I mean, naturally, I was like, okay, well, maybe. I don't know. But at the end of the day, deep down inside, I knew he was going to do this. I did. And he did, of course. He choked. And you know what Jerry Jones is going to do at the end of the season? You know what he's going to do in this offseason? He's going to sign him to an extension, and we're going to have to deal with this for the next 5 years. Do not become a Cowboys fan if you're not already. Anyways. I just had to get that off my chest, dude. Like, Dak Prescott is not him.
Dude.
Dudette.
Dude. Dudette. What the frig century are we in? Dudette. What is this, the 50s? Dudette. Pfft. I should take your mic away for that. I know. Can you believe what he called me? I know, it's sad.
Crazy.
What else we got? So we can get to your next emotional.
Oh, the big fire that we had down the
Outbeast.
street.
Yes. We were walking this gorgeous, majestic creature. And we were walking. All of a sudden, we heard and felt almost simultaneously a big bang, like an explosion. And then we could feel like the rumble, the earthquake. It wasn't an earthquake, but go ahead.
What?
I don't know. You can explain it better than I can.
So
what it
yeah,
was,
we were
'cause
just we
you
were out
actually
out
work it.
walking, and then we could like all of a sudden I could smell like smoke, nasty smoke, and we could see it in the air too.
Nasty smoke.
Nasty smoke.
Black.
Yeah, black smoke, huge plume of smoke, and we figured that it was just like maybe a car crash somewhere, and
We don't live too far away from like the highway, like in the backyard. There's nothing behind us but the highway, like back there. So it would like from where the smoke was, it would have been like the highway ish, we were thinking.
Mhm.
Anyway, continue.
But yeah, so we saw a huge plume of smoke, and we were like, oh, it's probably a car fire, like she just said, and then we started hearing like loud explosions, and we're like, what the heck is going on? So we decided to go investigate for ourselves. Drove down the street and saw that it was a huge fire. Huge. Multiple oil tankers caught on fire somehow. I don't know how it started.
I thought they were loaders and stuff.
No, they were like oil delivery trucks.
When we were in the car, you're like, it's an excavator.
It looks like it was at first.
And then when we were walking, it's like the excavator's perfectly fine, and then there's all these like burnt like to a crisp vehicles.
Trucks.
And like, the excavator made it. Like the baby loves excavators.
Yeah, the excavator was right next to the fire, so somehow they probably moved it out of the way. But it was a crazy fire. It took them hours and hours to put out because it was a oil fire, basically, giant oil fire.
They had to call in other towns around, and then they ended up even calling like down in Boston, which is what, like an hour and a half from here? How far is Boston?
It's over an hour for sure.
Yeah, so they ended up having to call Boston for some foam to come.
Yep.
And now the squawks are squawking.
Now there's like, now in the local Facebook group, people are like, oh, is that foam poisonous? It's like, probably. What are our wells going to do?
They were saying about like cancer, that the foam has been known to create cancer, so we should all get our wells checked now so that like later on if it seeps in that, you know, whoever does the hazmat to fix this kind of spill oil or, you know, contamination can take care of it with us without like it being cost to the people. And then there's the conspiracy theories that how we were talking about how there was a new water main that came in and some of the houses tapped in, some of them didn't, but all the houses are actually, they have little links for people to tap in. So they were like, they paid off the company
to set a
have
fire.
this to get the people to tap into the water. And we're like, huh?
They made sure that it was a fire, that they needed to call in backup from Boston that had the poisonous foam that they would spray all over the fire so that it would contaminate
Like,
our
that's-
water supply.
That's pretty intense if they did that. But
no.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the foam. I can't tell you yay or nay about it, but I can
I
tell
don't
you
know.
I don't think I'm going to die from cancer from foam.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
Personally.
it either, but saying if it was hazardous, which it could be, I have no idea, I haven't researched. They have literally the next day they like shut down the business. It's still yesterday I
it's
went by,
locked
it's
out.
still shut down.
Yep,
They're
it's
doing
locked out
environmental
today.
cleanup. So not probably. I'm 99.99% sure they're going to clean up anything that's hazardous. It'll be all good.
The rail trail that's near our house actually goes by there. So the next day, we stayed inside, obviously, once we got home just because of the smoke and stuff, and we didn't want the little young lungs to breathe in any bad stuff. And we just got done our walk anyway, and we got to warm up. It's getting pretty chilly up here in the Northeast. But we took a walk down the rail trail and back, which I know you recorded a little bit. I think we're going to put a little blurb up on Crazy Dreamers, not on a Friday, on a different day, just so for those who want to see it. We couldn't see too much, but you can see the tops of the vehicles kind of singed, and you can see like the trees that burned and like the ash, but it's like big pieces of ash.
Yeah, like huge, massive trees. The very tops of them just completely
like,
charred.
Yeah,
that's
it's
how high the
gone.
flames
like the
were.
whole thing is like just black,
Yep.
and you don't even realize it until you look at the other trees around it. But we're gonna put just a little blurb. It's not gonna be too much, but just for those of you who want to see it, we were trying to figure out if we can like put it over our faces during this or whatnot, and we just figured it would be easier to just have its own little blurb just for the people that want to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
But so that's our fun and excitement. There
Been
was
an eventful week.
Yes. And then we had the fire at least around our town, we had the fire one day, and then we had a rollover on a different main road that we had the next day. And everybody, the squawking was going about people not having the internet. And they were so upset that their internet wasn't working, but then they found out that it was a rollover, which obviously
This is in the
That's-
local Facebook group, by the
Yeah.
way. That's what she means by the squawkers.
they called themselves the squawkers, so I just call them the squawk. Anyway, so just puts in perspective. Sometimes when your internet goes down or your phone's not working or whatever, somebody else is having a way worse day than you are. I don't even know like what the result of that was yet. I mean, I'm sure I could look it up, but I don't watch the news, so I'm not really sure. So I'd really have to look it up. But that would be another day.
That'll be another
time.
day. Yep.
Talking about another day.
That's our week. Thanks for watching, guys.
I am going to go take a shower. You
Have a
can't
good
come in
evening
there.
or
Sorry,
morning.
you crazy little dreamers.